Hi everyone and welcome back to the Greatness Everyday YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to teach you a method that you can use to stop bad habits using something called friction points. And I don't know if you've heard about those before, but my name is Matt. Here on this channel, what we do is we talk about what it means to be great in the areas of personal development, health, and wealth as well. So if you want to find out when new videos come out related to those areas, please go down and hit the subscribe button down below. With this video, I'm going to share a process that you can use to inhibit or stop any bad habit that you have. So make sure that you watch this entire thing because I know that this video will definitely help you. And I'm also doing a pretty neat product review I think you should check out. Just a quick hint, it's this guy right here. Now, basically, this idea of wanting to stop a bad habit is something that is not new. We know that, and we could all name a few bad habits that we have that we might want to stop. But as we all know, stopping a bad habit is much easier said than done because there are so many different bad habits that you could have, like smoking, like eating too much junk food. And I can't give you a be-all, end-all solution, but I can give you something better than that. It's a framework or a process that you can use in literally any situation to overcome any bad habit. And this process of stopping your bad habits comes from creating something called a friction point. So with friction points, you probably recognize that word friction from your high school physics class or somewhere else, but essentially it means a resistance force. Surfaces like ice or wearing socks on a wooden floor are a few examples of things that have very little friction, and something like rubber, on the other hand, has a lot of friction. In terms of stopping these bad habits, scientific principles that we just talked about have nothing to do with it, but they are examples of what we need to do. And by this, I mean, if we're trying to establish a good habit, we want it to be as easy as possible. This looks like me setting out my clothes the night before I want to go ahead and do an early morning workout so that I can wake up, roll out of bed, and jump into my workout gear directly right away instead of waking up, trying to decide what I'm going to wear that day, and then rolling back over and going back to sleep. On the other hand, and really for the sake of what we're talking about here in this video, if we are trying to stop our bad habits, we want it to be as difficult as possible to do the habit, but what does that look like? Because these things, we want to stop our bad habits, like I said, we're going to put friction points in place that inhibit or stop the habit entirely by causing high friction. And you might want to be trying to correct a minor bad habit, like eating too much dessert after supper. I've been there. A few examples of creating friction points that could stop this habit would be to store those cookies or cheesecake in another room away from where you eat your food, or maybe you would commit to not buying any dessert for a month. This way, if you did want to eat that dessert, you would have to finish supper and then go to the store to buy it before coming back home to eat it. And by doing this, you will have created the friction with the goal of stopping your bad habit. A bad habit might be a little bit larger though, and maybe more severe. And this can also be solved using this process, but you might need to add multiple friction points in place to stop it. I know that some people who struggle with an addiction to video games, as a simple example, have taken steps to inhibit that habit. They might go ahead and place the TV remote in their bedroom. They might take the batteries out and put those in their bathroom, and then they could place the Xbox, PlayStation, or whatever gaming console they're using in their closet and take the power cord and put them in their basement. So after you go ahead and increase the amount of friction, it becomes much harder for you to continue that habit. And if you do end up choosing to play video games, you need to go through a big setup, a big process to make that happen, where you're constantly choosing to do it. So that's one of the things you can do. So far, I've only shown you the details of how to overcome bad habits through your own willpower and logic, but sometimes you need to step things up a notch, and that's when you might need a little bit of help. So one of those things that might help you is something like this. You can see it. It's a time locking safe that really increases the friction. Quite literally, it is very simple and it's effective if you choose to use it. And this safe in particular was created by someone who was always finding themselves eating too many cookies, and they wanted to do something to stop that. Eventually, they went ahead and created this K-safe here, and people all over the world have been using it to lose weight, to quit smoking, beat drug addiction and alcohol dependency, and break break many other bad habits. And to show you quickly how the K-Safe works is, basically it's very, very simple, and that's one of the reasons I like it. I went onto Amazon and I bought this. I bought the extra large size just because there wasn't much price difference between the different types and different sizes that you could get for the bottom container. As you can see, this is massive. It's going to fit a lot of things into it here. So I just figured it was worth my money to get the bigger one. And there's a top piece here. So with this top piece is really simple. There's a spot for the batteries to pop in and out of here. It comes with some batteries as well. And then on the top, it's all kind of built into one piece. There's a little timer here as well that tells you the days, the hours, the minutes, the seconds, and whether or not it is currently locked. So how it works is essentially, I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to take out my phone here, and this is a habit that might be the habit that you have. I've got my phone. What I'm going to do is place this phone directly in the bottom of my safe, and you heard it there. What I'm then going to do is take my safe top and put the top on top. So there you go. At the very top of the safe, you're going to see this spinning knob. Okay, I went ahead and I could spin this knob all the way up until 10 days, and it doesn't set until you push in on that. So you're going to choose the actual time amount that you want. For me, I'm going to go ahead and, just for the sake of this video, select 1 minute. When I do want to set my timer here for you to see, I'm just going to push down. It counts down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It gives you a few. Just pause there so you could hear that actual safe locking. It gives you 5 seconds to go ahead and really make sure that you want to confirm that that is the actual time you set it for, because you could maybe set it for a longer time or a shorter time than you wanted. In this case, you can see here it's counting down, so we're at like 40 seconds right now. And what's going to happen is essentially I cannot open this. You hear my phone in the middle here. I can't open this until this safe opens itself. And this is a great tool that I think might work for some of you, some people that might struggle with some bad habits that you've tried to overcome on your own. You might need a little bit extra help. That might be the tool for you. It might be a tool for somebody that you know in your life as well. And it's something that I think is really, really neat. I'm going to link this down below, so feel free to check it out. We've got 7 seconds left, so we're going to listen to this here. It's going to open up for us, then we can take our phone out. So there we go. Take the top off. The battery is all good to go. The top is there, and then I can grab my phone out of it. So this is a really practical thing that for many people you might look at and just kind of laugh at and say, why would somebody need to go ahead and take something like this safe and use it? Why couldn't they just tell themselves to stop eating those pieces of junk food, or stop drinking that alcohol, or stop watching too much TV, or whatever your addiction is, whatever your bad habit is. It doesn't have to be an addiction, but I really believe with habits and addictions, something like this is a tool that you can use to overcome those things. So these examples I've given you may or may not be habits that you struggle with, but I hope they can illustrate how you can use friction points to overcome these bad habits. And I've left a link down below for the K-Safe if you want to learn more about it. I think it's a really neat product that is helping people all around the world break their bad habits. So it might be something for you or for somebody that you know. If this video helped you, please hit the thumbs up button, drop a comment down below, and I'd really appreciate it if you went and subscribed to our channel to find out when new videos come out. Thanks for watching. Remember, choose greatness every day, and I'll see you in the next video.